Hey everyone, it's Cynthia Maynard. Thanks so much for stopping by today. Today I'm going to make a tutorial of some of the loaded envelopes that I have on my channel, more of the flatter ones, which are great for flat mail, happy mail, and aren't very bulky, and yet you can still slip goodies in there. So basically the formula that I kind of do, not that you can't vary from this, but is I worked off of a 6x6 paper pad, or you can cut paper down to 6x6, and if it's double-sided, that's great. If not, we're gluing two pieces of paper. This is from the Maggie Holmes Gather, and so I just picked out patterns that I like together, these little ballerinas and bows, and the stripe here, and then the swirly marble. And then on one side I'm going to have be two pockets, so I picked another piece of paper, and off of this piece of paper, which was a 6x6, I cut a chunk off that is about 2x6, and then 3x6, and then I just notched out some holes there with a circle punch, and then those are going to provide our pockets on one side, and then the other side is going to have a bigger pocket. So things you can do here, you can sew these. I've got my trims. I think I just knocked one. I was pulling some trims out, getting ready for this video, but you can sew them, which is what I often do, and then you can also glue them down in the middle, which is what I think I'm going to do as well. So, ooh, that was sticky. I've got some art glitter glue here, which is fairly strong, and so I've picked the colors I want. I'm not going to go on the edges because I am going to sew this. So that's squarely on there. A difficult time coming out. And then the second one here, and so we're creating basically our double-sided paper. Okay, so we have our double-sided paper there, we have our double-sided paper here. Now this is the side I'm going to put the two pockets on, so I'm not as concerned about stuff that's going to be hidden. This is the side that I'm more focused on because, like for example here, for some odd reason I've got a little bit of an overhang, right, because I have a camera over my where my head usually is, but this is going to create my larger pocket on this side. So as I sew, because I can't take my camera over there, but I'm basically going to start up here and I'm going to sew down, and that's going to hook these two together on both sides. So you just pick which side you want your bigger pocket to be, and then you can do more decorating on that, or how long or short you want it to be. If you want it to be a little pocket, or if you want it to be more of a longer envelope, which is what I probably do, more like this. Not fitting in there in the screen. So more of a size that is overall length will be about 10x6. So there's a couple inches overlap there. So I have sewed down the sides and along the top, and you can do as much or as little. You can do zigzag sewing, you can just glue. It's all up to you. Okay, so now we're left with this. So you've got one side that has a pocket here, and then this other side obviously is upside down. That's why we add these pockets. So I like to put the bottom one on here, and then again you can glue that or sew that. And then I put this smaller one right there, so it's covering up our little funny looking seams there, and you can still see the paper, and then you've got this pocket here. Okay, so now we have our pockets on. So this pocket is sewn on the bottom, and it's nice and strong and won't fall apart. This pocket, I like it to be a little bit deeper. If you want to put like a bigger, like sometimes I'll cut out boxes and lay them flat and decorate the top and stick that in there. It all depends on what you want to stuff it with. If you want to close that up, just keep in mind you can either glue this just one side to close that up, but then you will be limiting your pocket space on this side. So I like to keep it open just to stick whatever has a little more flexibility, if that makes sense. And then just put smaller things in this front bit. And it's kind of tight enough that it's going to hold almost like a tight belly band kind of feel. But that's really all there is to it, and it's just a matter of stuffing and decorating. Alright, so the loaded envelope is completed. I had to change a plan with this area up here because I sewed in a little too far to the left, but I made my piece smaller, but it worked out. I'm just sticking the die cut in here. But this is the one side where we have the one pocket, larger pocket, in the pom-pom trim. This is a Spellbinder's flower with some gold, a gold center there. This is a tag that I made. I cut it from one of the Gather paper 6x6. It says "This Makes Me Smile," and I put another gold foil Tim Holtz medallion on there, so you can use that as a bookmark, a tag, what have you. From a Spellbinder's die, I cut out this fun out of this Maggie Holmes paper. It rolls up to make a candy box. I don't have one in the room with me, but if you just fold along the sides and then tie string around there, it makes a cute little spot to tuck some candy. Put that in afterwards. I used some washi tape here from Prima, so I have those two there, and I layered some of the Swan Maggie Holmes cutouts from the 6x6, and then I have that Royal Swan Sizzix die, and I made a little tassel. I have been making these, and then I noticed in her new Willow Lane line that's coming out, she has these, so it's just kind of a funny coincidence. But I made a bunch of these several months ago before I even knew that, so it's just kind of funny how that worked out. But anyway, so that's there, and then I have the little gold foil crown and that beautiful swan die. So cute. Or she, I guess. That ballerina paper. Right, on the other side, this is what we have. Well, starting at the top, this is also an embellishment I have made quite a while ago and just kind of put it in my box of embellishments. It's a toothpick with little pom-poms on the sides, so you can see that. It's a banner and then some fringe and a little tiny crepe paper circle with some glitter paper in the middle and then some stickles on the end there. So hopefully that's picking up. So I just popped that on a few pop dots, if you could see that, so that it will have dimension there. This is a paper clip I made. You can see another one of those embroidery floss bows and some foil punch on a mint crepe paper, and then I just put it in between a circle and I made a little paper clip, so super fast and easy. Here is one of those coin envelopes like I have a recent video on, only this one I made smaller because I started with 6x6 paper, and so I went ahead and just followed that same formula though. It has that Velcro there. I have the ballerina die cut. I used a scrap just to layer it. I used some of this trim I think I got on Amazon, but she's had some of this trim in her line before, something similar. So I thought that went really well. It's got a little shimmer to it. And then inside, I just have some die cuts and some like washi samples, and I can get it out. Even these small ones hold quite a bit of very roomy there. I put some trim on there that someone can use. And then that tucks in there. Down here I have got a gold foil die cut that someone can use, very pretty, on cards, or you can use it as an embellishment, whatever. I have a little Swan booklet with an Eileen Hall needlebook Biggs die I cut out of Maggie Holmes music paper. I took that Swan, I don't know if I showed that earlier or not, but I sewed it on some broadcloth fabric here, or actually I just stapled it on some broadcloth fabric and then glued it on there. And I used stickles on the little black swan to give a little chutzpah there. And I love how that turned out. It's a little book someone can write in, and it's sewn right down the middle. Very easy. Down here for the embellishment, I have a strip of scrap paper here, so there's like a yellow strip behind all of this. I took some of that broadcloth I used on there and I just ran it through my sewing machine on a basting stitch and then pulled the underneath thread, the bobbin thread, and it gathers up like this, and I glued it with some fabric tack. I glued some trim on top of that. This is an embellishment I had made months ago as well. I keep thinking I'm going to be doing this embellishment video, so I have the box of embellishments. I need to get that video done. I've got really big workload right now, which is a good thing, but not quite going as fast as I normally would like to go. But basically I took 2 hearts and sewed down the middle, and it makes this cute little dimensional heart thing. Super quick and easy, and a great way to use up your scraps. I have from one of the Maggie Holmes digital collection, I printed out this house. I love the colors of it and the styling. And then the new Tim Holtz Impresslets leaf version looks like this. And oh, they're so nice. Fun little package, a great way to send flat mail. All this tucks in, and it's gonna be able to go first class at about maybe 5 or 6 ounce weight, and makes it really affordable, around the $3-4 mark for depending on where you're sending it. Hopefully you guys like that. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel so you're in the loop for upcoming videos. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day.